What is up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I look like an alien. Nah. What is going on? Everybody have a good weekend? I had a blast. Let me tell you. Uh, Saturday, I had a 20-hour day. Yeah, I left my house at 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. and we got to the park about 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. Hawk Pride in Alabama, Tuscumbia, Alabama, for the Outlaw race. We left at 4 o'clock in the morning. I got back a little after midnight, I guess, and it was a long, long, long day, but I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I got a lot of good footage, and hey, I got my guy right here in the background. I see him. He's in the background waiting. Hang on just 1 second, bro. I'm gonna get you on here. I gotta get all my stuff situated. Get my shares in. 4 a.m. Let me turn that volume down. Situated. All right. So let me read a couple comments real quick. Sean Hudgens, your day and my day was about the same. Yeah, yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate that hat. That was I wasn't expecting that. Got a reject fab hat from Mr. Sean Hudgens. I walked up to him and Justin. I said, dang, y'all some sexy beast over here. But so he was like, here, let's swap. Took his hat off. I'm like, what? You know how people swap after games, jerseys and stuff like that. They I was like, okay. I was like, that's pretty dang cool. I wasn't used to that. Shelby, what's up, Shelby? How's everything going? I had uh and I still got some videos set up, but you all gonna have to bear with me because I wasn't expecting what happened. And normally how I play my videos is through another tab that's on my computer. Well, when I play my videos, um, they're just coming up in the folder, so they're not going up to the tab. So I'm gonna have to play each one individual, and this is unedited. This is, strictly. I bought a video camera, and I was like, let's go and see what they look like. So I got a buddy of mine. Uh, his name is Bob Cole. He is a addictive racing racer for the RC class. Um, but I drug him along and I said, "Hey man, do you care to film?" And he said, "I ain't never done this before." I said, "Well," I said, "Here you go." So it's one of those deals with that he's never done it before. So like the first shot of Taz uh is like, he's behind the trees, and I don't blame him because Taz is, and I've told multiple people this, it's the only buggy that scares me, and it's not John, because he could drive the crap out of that buggy, but it's I think it's the wheel speed. I mean, I've been around all the big horsepower buggies, but it's something about that buggy when he opens it up and lets it eat. It is just on another level. It's pretty entertaining. And do not, for the love of God, do not get behind that buggy. Don't get behind any buggy. But anyway, what I was saying is one of the videos Bob was behind trees, and I don't blame him one bit. But he did everything he could do. The other videos, I just caught a glimpse of them. They look good. I uh I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed watching them. They come out great. Let me see here. Let me get to some people. Is that Garner? What is up, buddy? Screw this. I'm leaving this Mickey Mouse movie show. Hey, this ain't a movie, buddy. What's a movie and a show? I know you always got some smart comebacks. So what's that? What's a movie and a show? Remember my first day? Yeah, it is my first day at trying to play these stinking videos. All right, but I got somebody that I want to introduce you all. Some of you, actually, most of you all know this guy. Um, he's been around for a little bit, but like I said before, he's not to the he's not a vet yet. I believe he raced last year. I don't know if he raced the year before or not, but we will get his info. A lot of you all know him. Some of you don't know him. Um, he also races RCs, and he actually come down to the addictive racing race that we had. I was in Hawaii, so I wasn't even there. But let me bring him on now, Mr. Nathan King. How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Ooh, is that a banner that's behind you?
That's the banner you made.
Nice. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
I just got done with a day of college, so now I'm
Ooh,
relaxing.
I heard that. Did I mess you up with any schoolwork or anything?
Nah, I made sure to get it all done for now.
All right. Good deal. Good deal. Ask you a couple of questions. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Like I said, most people know you that go to the races, but some people don't know you. I know you've been on other shows before and you've talked about it before, so this is like a reoccurring thing to you and a lot of your followers, but there might be some, backwoods Kentucky, Tennessee. I'm from Tennessee, so I'm allowed to say that. There might be somebody that don't know you. So who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do in the rock racing scene?
Yeah, so my name's Nathan King. I'm with Nathan King Racing. I drive the General Lee, and as you said earlier, I drive the General Lee Junior as well, the little RC car. So I'm from Swanee, Tennessee, but I currently go to Tennessee Tech here in Cookeville, Tennessee. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm studying mechanical engineering. So that's pretty rough, pretty tough, but it's fun. So like I said, I drive the General Lee in the side by side class. I race Outlaw Series, the National Rock Racing Series or Association, and then I also race Pro Rock, the knockout races. Um, so this past weekend, I've been racing for exactly a year now. Last year, the season opener, that was my very first race in the General Lee. So it's cool that now I've finished my first year, finished the rookie year, and now we're starting out strong, I guess.
Cool. Heck yeah. What did your expectations last year? Did you achieve those expectations, or was did you not? What was that?
Yeah, so last year we went in with the attitude like we were going to race as many races as we could. Didn't know if we could do the full season. We ended up racing every single possible race. We raced both Outlaw completely and National Rock Racing completely. And I'd say I achieved exactly what we came in to do. We were satisfied with whatever the result was, but I won quite a few races, a little bit of money. Ended up second in National Rock Racing Bounty for the season, and fifth for Cup. Last year Outlaw Series I didn't do too well, but that was earlier in the season. It was mostly towards the end that I started having my strong showings and fastest times. So I definitely say I had a good season last year, considering it was truly my rookie season, first time ever competing in a race.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear. How did you do this last weekend?
Yeah, so this last weekend we raced Outlaw season opener. First lap, had a pretty good lap, climbing the hill and all. Went into the trees, got stuck a little bit. Ended up third place for lap one, for the first half, and then second lap went, had a solid time. Had to back up a couple times, but completed the hill. So I was sitting in third going into the third lap. Uh, had a smooth run. Wasn't fast enough to move up the ranks, so I stayed in third, and I finished third for the weekend. So
Nice. So you're saying that this year Outlaw is starting off way better than last year.
it is starting off way better. A year ago, this past weekend, I completed the first hill pretty well. And then the second hill, I went and flipped and broke a few parts. So we're starting out a lot stronger this year.
Nice. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So you said you raced every Outlaw and every National Rock Racing Series, correct?
I I ended up missing the first national rock racing in Texas just because we didn't know if we were going to be fully committed. We didn't want to travel all the way to Texas, and I missed Wildcat because I had something conflict here at college. But my dad raced Wildcat, so actually the only race I did miss was Texas. But other than that, I completed all the races.
Oh, nice. So let me get this right. Let me get this right. You race, your sister race, and your dad is your all's mechanic along with you all. You all work on them too. Your dad is he's you better be thanking him a lot because it sounds to me he does quite a bit for you all.
Yeah, he does. He does a lot of work. Like over the summers, it's a lot easier on us because I'm at home. I can work on my buggy, and then me and him both work on his or Madison's. So it takes a lot of pressure off of him. But whenever I'm at school, I work on the buggies Sundays, but all during the week he has to do it all alone because Madison's definitely not up there helping him. But yeah, so big thanks to him because he works hard. He travels a lot to pick up parts and stuff, and then has late nights trying to get the buggies running for the next weekend.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. You all are always busy, always busy. I'm like, whew, these guys. I don't see how they do it. but
Yeah, it's a lot of traveling, but it's a lot of fun. It's fun spending the time with the family.
oh yes, definitely. Is there any plans of you not racing event this year and your dad going and racing?
No, as of right now, I scheduled some of my college events a little bit better, so I think I'll be able to race every single race. And so as of right now, my dad's staying as a mechanic, I guess.
Good deal. Good deal. What are your plans on racing in the National Rock Racing Series? What because you know they've got different classes,
Right.
and did you have to get did you get a stock buggy this year to join that class also? Or I mean, it seems like you're already doing a whole bunch, but I'm just asking.
Right, right. We definitely did not pick up another razor. Two is more than enough. Keeps us busy buying parts and putting them together, keeping them running. So we still just got the General Lee and the MDR buggy. But me and Madison both plan on running both the Bounty class and the Unlimited Cup class. We were able to do it last year. It was hard racing back-to-back days, not having time to fix the big stuff that I broke. But as of right now, we're seasoned drivers for Unlimited Cup, and then each opportunity we get, we're going to race the Bounty the next day. So
Okay.
hopefully we can complete both for the whole season.
All right. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you, yes, sir.
Okay, because I'm froze on the screen. So we're gonna keep going as long as you could still hear me.
I hear you clear, but yes, you're frozen.
All right, good deal. We're gonna keep going and hopefully I get unstuck. Now I'm gonna have 50,000 messages. Hey, you're froze, you're froze. But as long as you can hear me, we're gonna keep going. All right. You recently went down to mine and Travis's RC series. It's called Addictive RC Racing Series. You recently went down there. How did that go? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Or I was not there, so I don't know what all went down. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. So last year, y'all were begging me to come, so I decided to come out to the first race. It was only about an hour and a half from me, so went to the race, showed up. Everybody there with their tents and tables and such, and it was definitely very official. That was cool to see that everybody took it very seriously and all. And so I ended up not performing as well as I hoped I would have. I completed all the hills, had consistent times, but definitely wasn't as fast as the other racers. But it was cool to see all the expert drivers, and hopefully I can catch up to them.
Did you learn anything?
I definitely learned a lot. I thought I had my buggy ready to go, fully built and all, but little did I know there's a lot more I needed to do. So here this week and next week, I definitely got some work to do, and hopefully come back Windrock. I'll have my buggy more ready to go.
Heck yeah, that's what I like to hear. I like to hear everybody having a good time and enjoying everything. Well,
Hmm.
so after your rookie class, which was last year, rookie year, what what are your expectations? Your reasonable expectation. Everybody wants to win a championship.
Right, right.
As your expectation, of course, is to win a championship. But besides that, are you shooting for the top three, top five?
I definitely say so since I placed fifth in Unlimited Cup last year in National Rock Racing, my goal for that would definitely be on the podium for the season, so top three for there. Of course, I want to be number one, but in reality, I think a solid goal would be top three for Unlimited Cup for the season. And in Bounty, I got second last year. So I'd say it's very reasonable that I could win first place for the season for that. So that'd be my goal there, is to win the full championship for the Bounty class. And for Outlaw, I would put myself, I wanna finish the season on the podium, top three for that. I didn't end up in the top five last year, so this season I'd say a good goal would be top three for that.
Cool, cool. Heck yeah. Now, I like hearing everybody's goals because some people's goals are different than others. Your sister races also, and she's pretty dang good.
She is. She's catching up to me. At first, she was the consistent one. I was the crazy one. I would sometimes have fast times, and sometimes I'd flip, but every single time she'd complete. But this last race, she definitely showed that she can be both consistent and fast. She was only a few seconds behind me each lap, and ended up less than 4 seconds behind me for the whole weekend. So she's definitely showing that she can definitely be fast.
Wow. How many seconds?
It was less than 4 seconds for the all three
For
laps.
all three heels?
It was.
Wow.
Yep, I got third, and she ended up fourth for the weekends, and it was that close.
Wow. Whoa. That's crazy right there.
The
Uh
sib- the sibling rivalries on the rise.
um sorry, I'm getting text messages. Says Bub Meadows is camera shy. I guess he was a little late coming in here. He didn't hear. um so I always ask people, and I'm gonna ask you, and try not to beat around the bush.
Alrighty.
Who is your top three UTV drivers for the championship?
So let's see. So we're talking about
I know you
for Outlaw, or just
do
top
do
three drivers overall?
do overall, and I know you're friends with everybody. Everybody's cool with everybody. Everybody don't. A lot of people don't want to pick because they're afraid they're gonna hurt somebody else's feelings. Well, that's not the case. It is what it is. It's just who are you chasing? Who's your
Mhm.
top three? You could include yourself if you want.
Right. So I'd say, and this goes for both series, but I definitely say Clay Case, and he definitely proved himself in this last race. He proved himself all last year. That new buggy sounds good. It's stroking. It's got a bunch of power. So I definitely put him number one for the season. I see him doing really well. He smoked the courses this past weekend, so I'd put him up there at the top. Each race, I'm gonna be watching out for him, competing with him, for sure. I would also put Cooper Bentley up there. He competed with Tim Cameron in quite a few races, beat him some laps. Tim Cameron would come back and beat him the next. Um, he Cooper Bentley won Outlaw Series, so I'd put him as number two. He's definitely the second competitor. Me and Cooper are good friends, but we're gonna
Yeah.
be competing hard this season.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got a message. What all has been done to your side by side?
Yeah, so um when I bought it, it came pretty close to the build it is now. It has a stage 5 tune, um stage 5 Evo tune. It's running on 110 race fuel. And in terms of suspension, I got ORB A arms, SCM trailing arms, L&W radius rods. So I got quite a variety there. Axles, of course, RCV Performance. They help us out a bunch. We've run those axles for a long time. They've lasted us well. Um, in terms of shocks, I run Fox shocks tuned by G4 Suspension. They tuned it this past Christmas, and this was my first race with them. And obviously, they performed pretty well, got me up on the podium. The chassis was originally built by Pruitt. Since then, it's had quite a bit of work done. I've had to replace a few bars, add tree kickers on it, stuff like that. It's based off a 2018 Polaris Turbo Razor. Um, and I'd say that about covers it.
So Austin built yours and Madison's.
So Madison's is actually based off of Razor Sharp Customs chassis, but I'm sure most people have seen the videos. She went and pretty much totaled it there at Visions doing knockout racing. So her half of her chassis is Razor Sharp Customs, and then the other half was I'd say renovated by Ron's Cage Works. He had it for quite a while over break, knocked it out and replaced pretty much half of the chassis, redid the bulkhead. Masson had a few things she wanted to change to make it a little bit more stylish. She likes looking good. So he did that work for us. So big thanks to him for getting her chassis back to running safe and also looking a little bit better.
All right, cool. Heck yeah. So how big is that sibling rivalry? Like, do you say good job and walk off, or do you give her a big hug and say that a girl, or is it I'm gonna get you next time, or
Mm-hmm.
you're lucky, or how's that go?
Right.
Is it real? Is it real, or is it just yeah, you're good, whatever.
I'd say it's pretty intense. All last year, we didn't get to smack talk that much because pretty much every race she didn't complete and I completed, or vice versa. I would flip and she would go and complete. So we didn't get to have that smack talk of, oh, I beat you by 2 or 3 seconds, stuff like that. But I definitely say with this past race, after each lap, we were comparing times and like, oh, I got you by 2 seconds. And then we were discussing kind of where I got her. Like maybe I got her climbing the hill and she got me in the woods section.
Yeah.
Um, we always discuss that, but definitely before races, it's not really smack talk. We treat each other as a team. Oh, Team King. We discuss our plans for hitting hills together, which most of the time we disagree. I like hitting stuff a lot different than she does. Um, but after races, we like teasing each other, saying, got you by 3 seconds. What are you going to do now?"
Oh, heck yeah. I like hearing that. That's pretty cool. I know you all come on to the scene hot and heavy last year. I was like, who are these people? And
Yeah, we went from strangers to fitting in pretty quickly. We went in full steam.
yeah, you did. And how did you hear about it? Did you on face or on YouTube or
So it's actually pretty funny. we had been to one or two racing events, UTV racing events, and we always thought it was cool. We've been riding side by sides for a long time, and we went to one race. It was Ride for a Cure in Indian Mountain, and Madison was looking at the drivers and looking at the racers and seeing how they were performing. She looked over at us and was like, "I think I can do this. I want to do this." And we're like, "I mean, it sounds fun." Um, and I was in college at the time, and I got a call one weekend, and I got a picture of a buggy, and they're like, "We're going to pick this up." My family was, and I'm like, "Really?" A few hours later, they brought it home, and
Wow.
so they just went full in, just went and bought a buggy. So this was not last November, but the November before that. So we put a wrap on it, got Mass into practice a little bit, went out, raced a few pro rock races. We actually both did. So I drove that buggy for 2 races. Her and she raced 3 races that year. Ended up loving it. So that next Christmas break, we bought me a buggy and put the wrap on it instantly. Did a little bit of work on it, and then a year ago, February, we joined the first race and went full steam ahead from there.
Heck yeah. That's what I like to hear. Did you all buy any tires over this off season? Because I know you last season it seemed like you all was swapping tires.
Yeah, we definitely know how to NASCAR some tires, take them off and put them back on. We switched between 35s, Rockzillas, and XTRs quite a bit last year, but over the break we put the tire foams in our tires and got some new Rockzillas. So Madison's still running her old Rockzillas with the tire foams in them. I've got some newer ones with foams in them. So now when we go to a race and we pop a tire, which we both did this last race, we don't have to hurry as much. We can just run it a little bit flatter. So yeah, we're definitely got a bunch of tires. But this season, I think I plan on running Rockzillas for most races, just keeping the buggy the same and trying not to change as much.
Nice, nice. Heck yeah, heck yeah. What are you looking forward to most this year? Is there a park that you like? Not necessarily the park, because when you say the park, everybody immediately normally goes to Mid America. And I'm not talking about the park. I'm talking about the racing hills
Hmm.
at the park. Are you looking forward to anyone in particular that you like more than others?
Yeah, I definitely say I'm looking forward to Disney Oklahoma. Last year they announced that they were gonna National Rock Racing was gonna hold the championship there, and a lot of people were like, "Oh man, that place is rough. Everybody's gonna break parts." I was the opposite. I was so excited. I've dreamed of going to Disney Oklahoma, racing on the hills. I've always wanted to hit Viagra, and when I heard we were going to be racing on it, I was super excited, and it definitely didn't let me down. I ended up breaking my buggy the first lap, so for the bounty races, I had to race Madison's. So I climbed Viagra and I climbed, I can't remember what the one beside it was called. Climbed those two in the MDR buggy, but it was still just as fun. So this season, here in March, we're going to Disney, Oklahoma with National Rock Race, and I say I'm looking forward to that again because those hills were fun.
Yeah, I do agree with you. That was my first time there last year at finals, and I was amazed. I was like, "Wow, this place is crazy."
Mhm.
But unfortunately, I won't be at that race, and I won't be at Rush Springs, and I won't be at the Arkansas race. They're just I only get off on Saturdays for work,
Mhm.
and so traveling 13 hours away, you know, it's just except finals. I'm going to Mid America for finals. So they're having a race in Oklahoma right close to each other. So BMR is coming up and then finals is at Mid America.
Right.
So how you like the hills at Mid America?
Yeah, Mid America. First few laps, was great there. The Unlimited Cup lap had a smooth run, nothing went wrong. Bounty lap had a smoking run, ended up third for that day. And then day two, it didn't go as well. That night, Masson went and blew up an engine. The next day, I went, and I was actually sick that morning. So the first lap, my dad did, and he went and blew out my shock tower, um, out of my the front of my buggy. So then Bounty came. I was feeling a little bit better, so I hopped in there. Didn't get to complete the hills because, of course, it wasn't safe. My shock wasn't barely connected to my buggy. Um, but in terms of the hills that I did get to climb, they were amazing. I absolutely love the long hills. The fans get to see everything because there's not that many trees out there, so the entire course is wide open. I loved getting to do the short course track, some of those whoops and stuff. I haven't really jumped my buggy in that way. That was my first time, and it was a lot of fun doing that. So I love Mid America just because the open, fast track.
Ah, I got you. I got you. Yeah. Jack Hollingsworth says, looking forward to seeing y'all at Windrock. He is the drone guy for the National Rock Racing Series.
I I love his footage. It's so fun talking to him at races, and
Yeah,
I love looking at his footage afterwards because he gets the angles that not many cameramen get to.
yeah, he does. Did you get to meet? I know last year he was there too, but do you also know Lucas?
um,
He's the drone guy for the Outlaw series.
Gotcha. I do think I've met him, um, but I've definitely talked to Jack a little bit more.
Yeah, well, there's more races.
Right, right.
Yeah, they're both real good dudes.
Hmm.
I enjoy talking to them. I've got a drone of my own, and I got the goggles and everything else, but I can only do so much.
They definitely are very skilled, being able to avoid the trees and get very close to the buggies, but not interfere with the driving and all. It's cool to see their abilities.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Do agree with that. Well, I'm not going to keep you too much longer. You want to give a shout out to your sponsors? Oh, real quick, one of your sponsors, uh, actually, can't wait to see some of his photos.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Off Road Lifestyles photos. They always take great photos of everybody, and I hope people go and buy their photos because they take quality ones for sure.
Yeah, he's Curtis. He's a good dude. I talked to him. I talked to him a little bit before I went down the mountain about his journey to King of the Hammers, and he was telling me about it. But
Hmm.
yeah, you could throw some shout outs to some of your sponsors if you want. This show's not real big, but hey, you never know. It might be in the future.
Right, right. Well, I'll give a shout out to all my sponsors. Thanks to HD Extreme Off Road, All Things Side by Side Garage, Mike's ATV and Side by Side. Of course, like I said, Off Road Lifestyles, Empty Pocket Fab, RCV Performance, Ron's Cage Works, Performance Side by Side Bushings, King's Tree Service, Solinger's Racing Products, and finally G Force Racing. Thanks to all those guys, and they make it possible for me to be able to race and travel all over the place.
Cool. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah. There's not many media people that give props to other media people, but Curtis is one of them. I'll give him props. And one of the other people that I dearly miss is Cody Lonhart with Big Hill Media.
Yeah.
Man, I'm talking. They throw some videos out that I love.
Hmm.
I just got done talking to Cody earlier today, asking him a couple questions about video editing because that's what I think I'm gonna try to get into if I could find somebody to run a camera for me like Bob did. But I ain't gonna keep you any longer. You could hang out if you want to, but we're gonna watch some videos, and if you wanna stay on, what I'm gonna do is when we get done for everybody's watching. I don't know how many people's watching. 31 people. I'm gonna end this and then I'm gonna create another studio. So give me 5 minutes, and I'm gonna be back on, and we're gonna go through the videos. And it might take a minute because the way I have to set up each individual video, I couldn't drag my whole arsenal into the tab. It only let me draw one at a time. But if you want to hang out, then I'll get you back on here, Nate. If not, if you got stuff to do for college, I understand that. Or you just want to get off camera, I understand that too.
Well, I've honestly got the time. I'll help you go through these videos, and
Okay.
I'll give what I saw on them, and
All
I
right. Well,
can
give
kind
me.
of I can give a racer's perspective on some of the parts on the track that were a little difficult and the easier ones and all that. So if you'll
Well,
have me, I'll stay on here if you'd like.
all right. Zach Garner says bye, Felicia. Yeah, yeah. Can't wait to see you, Zach. Can't wait to see you. All right. Well, I'm gonna end this live now, and I'm gonna create another one. And Nathan, I'm gonna send you another link. That way, I could try to get my beautiful face back on here. But I will see y'all here. Give me 5 minutes. Don't run away. 30 people in my live is actually pretty dang good. So don't run away. Come back. Give me 5 minutes and I'll get another one up. And please join. See y'all here in just a little bit. Thanks, Nate.
Sounds good.